Yeah, man, we got breaking news, man. Breaking news. We found out that Rich Homie Crime, man, he has passed away as an alleged overdose, man. Very surprising from the hip hop community. Very surprising and everything. It's very sad. He's our age. He's like what 30? Yeah, 33, 34. You know,
Yeah,
very young.
I actually met him. I met him before.
You
I
met
met him.
him?
Yeah, yeah. He was in Miami. I met him before. I talked to
Okay.
him really quickly. But yeah, 34, Jordan. You are correct. 34 years
Yeah,
old.
man. 34 years old, man. Very sad, man. You know, talented artist. I remember when I was in Miami, I had my Pioneer Sources, yeah, Pioneer Sources. I used to blast Rich Homie Quad all the time, man. You know, he was a great rapper. You know, he you know, he worked with a lot of people. You know, he was I think he was he with not Young
Young
Money. He was
Thug.
with
Young
Birdman,
Thug.
right? Young Thug. Yeah, no, Young Thug. Exactly. He was
They're
with
not together, but it was like really friends, really close, really have very close
So
relationship. Go ahead.
so he was initially and he's still signed to TIG. Think it's a game. That's the same record label that Ryan Finlucci is signed to. So yeah, and then he had did a joint album, Rich Gang,
Yeah,
with Young
with
Thug
Young
and
Thug.
Birdman. Yep.
Correct. But they have a really strong connection. And not only that, original McQuan passed away too. Remember Fat Man Snoop passed away too. He collapsed on stage
week
too. A
early.
very young guy too.
Yeah.
Another legend that passed away. But sad to say that. Remember, I keep telling you guys when it comes to aspect of black men, we gotta take care of our health. Not only that, but also we gotta take care of our addiction. If we have a bad addiction habit, especially when it comes to drinking, and also when it comes to drugs. Drug is not the same anymore. Now they're putting fentanyl in the drugs today. So guys gotta be very careful in what type of drug you're taking because a lot of people are into marijuana uses, and they are putting fentanyl in the marijuana. So people that are marijuana smokers, be careful what you have. And now when it comes to Asper Rich Homie Quan, nobody really know. Everything's alleged that he died from overdose. Nobody really know truly what happened to him. Same thing with Fat Man Snoop. But at the same time, it's just sad because Hakeem Jordan, he's a legend. He's been in the game for over 10 years. He had multiple hit records. I was listening to some of his songs last night. He had multiple hit records. You name it. Blah 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 blah. You already know. Every time I walk through, he has so many songs that you could just name. And to me, it was a big loss for a very young man. And he had a great future ahead of him. And one more thing before I give it over to you, Hakeem. I don't know. You saw they had a recent somebody posed the ambulance phone call. I didn't like that, bro. Like, why you have to do stuff like that? Certain stuff shouldn't be posted. I'm with Plies on that. Certain stuff should be kept in secret. But TMZ had to go ahead and drop the ambulance like phone call. Like, come on, man. It's certain things you just don't do. Shout out to Ashley A, the lovely Ashley A, for being in the building. Go ahead. Again.
There's a particular Bible verse that I go back to with this. Is Job 14:1. Men who are born of woman, days are short and life is full of trouble. With that being said, a man's struggle is hard and his life is hard. And all of us go through it. And unbeknownst to us, I can only fathom what demons that young man was going through and how long he had been on substance abuse, allegedly. But he had just had a new baby boy. He was finding his way back to God. He was going through a bad deal with TIG. That's why we haven't heard from him. Because usually these things you're not allowed to release music under under predatorial contracts. And this is the reason why we haven't heard from him. And he had a lot of life in him and a lot more music to give. He was very soulful. He was what you call our modern day jazz singers. He didn't make gang music. He didn't make killing music. He made music that resonate to people from a demographic of struggle. You know what I mean? And I pray for him. I don't want to call and disrespect her because she had been with him up until he died. So I'm going to respectfully call her his wife. I want to respect his wife. I pray for his sons. And I would hope people would look at this and resonate in your own life. We shouldn't have to take a death to realize that we are truly blessed, but also to know that people are having demons no matter how much money you got, no matter how much you're going through, people still going through something.
Shout out to the lovely Jaylen also in the building. Shout out to her. I get used to that heart thing. You go ahead.
Yeah, man, it's just sad, man. I hope that NBA young rappers who's who's having current problems or trying to do the best they can, like NBA young boy, um, Kodak Black, and really look at these people that were losing and everything and say, hey man, it's time to turn stuff around like this. I was shocked when I heard it. I mean, like I said, we don't know yet, but being an alleged overdose, that was really shocking to me and everything to hear something like that out of nowhere and everything. He was having problems like that, dealing with his life and everything. But yeah, man, it's just very very sad to hear Rich Homie crying. He was like I said to a city of Atlanta, man. He's a legendary in a way, and it's very very sad to see and everything. So hopefully we get more of the on the funeral arrangements and everything. I don't know, they might show it live or everything, but man, blessings to the family, to the kids, the friends of losing a person like Rich Homie Quan, and to me, his music gonna last for a long, 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 long time because he definitely made some really good hits, and when I get done with the show, I'm definitely gonna play some hits. Play some Rich Homie Crime after the show. But yeah, man, rest in peace to you, Rich Homie Crime. Rest in peace.
Yeah, yeah, you can still be 30. You can still die at a young age and still leave a legacy, and that's what he did. But it's just sad to say that hopefully he did. They say he died from overdose uses. It just show you that a lot of black men out here, Hakeem and Jordan, is dealing with a lot of demons,
Mm-hmm.
and we don't know how to cope with that demon. And we always go to substance abuse, which is the drugs and alcohol, especially when it comes to black men. And remember, we talked about it the other day. We talked about it how
Yeah.
black men are not living to be 60 no more. We're dying
Right.
young and we're dying quickly. And to me, I think if you're dealing with something, especially substance abuse, go and seek help. Talk to your brotherhood. Talk to your pastor. Talk to your mentor. Find a mentor that you know you can go talk to and vent to. Don't hold that thing in. Some people go to their woman to vent. Sometimes a woman can't help you when it comes to the aspect of man because she don't understand. She can give you some loving, but she don't understand. But man, we can help each other because we understand from each other. So go, guys, go seek the help you need to get. And I think if Rich Homie Quan did die from an overdose, hopefully he could have got the help he needed, man. He had to help it. And not only that, Hakeem and Jordan, before we move on, he actually recently did an interview where he talked about it on, I think, on Matt Halfa on
Yeah,
Sit
yeah,
Down. He talked about it, how he was dealing with demons.
yeah. Popping. I forgot what I think he was popping pills or something.